Once again, good morning, class. For today's session, the topic is all about durations of penalties. So, in this particular discussion, you will be able to uh, know the durations of penalty. Okay, and what are those penalties? Okay, before that, do you have any idea on the durations of penalty? Okay, we have the death penalty, capital punishment. So, death penalty, capital punishment for those heinous crime. Okay, but currently death penalty is suspended, meaning to say, death penalty is not enforced because it was suspended during the time of former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. uh, the death penalty was suspended. Meaning to say, death penalty might be reinforced. So it depends on the Congress whether or not to reimpose the death penalty or the reimposition of death penalty. But again, now death penalty is not being enforced. It's not being implemented because it is suspended. Okay? So again, death penalty is suspended, not abolished. Always remember that abolish and suspension is not the same. Abolish meaning tanggal talaga siya. Hindi na siya pwedeng maging batas. Pag suspended pa lang, there is a postponement. Hindi muna ipapatupad. Pero pwedeng i-reimpose, pwedeng ipatupad. Depende na yan sa Congress. Okay? Death penalty, capital offense for heinous crimes. We have reclusion perpetua. Okay. In the special penal laws, tinatawag itong life imprisonment. But I would like to be clear that reclusion perpetua and life imprisonment is not the same. Reclusion perpetua is a penalty under revised penal code, while life imprisonment is a penalty imposed under special penal laws. So, pag life imprisonment, there is no definite prison sentence or prison term. Pag reclusion perpetua, the term of imprisonment ranging from 20 years and 1 day. Take note, 20 years and 1 day. Hindi lang 20 ha. It should be 20 years and 1 day to 40 years imprisonment. While life imprisonment, there is no definite prison term. Okay, definite. So walang number. Hindi natin alam kailan makalaya yung kriminal. Walang sino mang alam diyan. So depende na 'yan sa behavior because we have the so-called good conduct time allowance. So pag ang prisoner ay naging mabait doon sa penal institution at nagserbisyo siya doon, most especially if may skill siya, then pwedeng mapadali yung paglaya niya. But again, life imprisonment has no definite prison term. While reclusion perpetua, it ranges from 20 years and 1 day, that's the minimum, to 40 years, that's the maximum imprisonment. Okay? And yan. Then we have reclusion temporal. 20 years and 1 day to 20 years imprisonment. Again, reclusion temporal, 20 years and 1 day to 20 years imprisonment. So ito ay ginagamit sa revised penal code. Pag may nakita kayo that the penalty of reclusion temporal, ang ibig sabihin niyan, yung prison term ay 12 years and 1 day to 20 years. Again, hindi lang 20 years, ito ay 20 years and 1 day to 20 years imprisonment. Okay? So we have prison mayor. Prison mayor. It ranges from 6 years and 1 day. Prison mayor years and 1 day. We have also prison correctional. It ranges from 6 months and 1 day to 6 years. And of course, we have the Aristo Mayor, 1 month and 1 day to 6 months. Then we have Aristo Minor, 1 day to 30 days. Okay? And we have also ban to keep the peace, discretionary on the part of the court. So ban to keep peace, example may tao or may kaguluhang nangyayari, there's a conflict in the community, person A against person A, medyo hindi naman talaga siya grave offense o may alitan lang. So to keep the peace, yung korte on his or her discretion, pwede niyang ikulong yung tao na yan just to keep the peace. But of course, it is the discretion of the court. Minibigyan ng discretion yung korte to decide whether or not to impose ban to keep the peace. Okay? So that's all the duration of penalty. Okay? So medyo memorization lang ito, but just to share with you, hindi ko akalain hindi ito lalabas sa board exam. But last time, way back in 2019 when I took up the board exam, may na lumabas dito, duration of penalties. So, I'm not saying na lalabas din dito sa inyo, but of course, malay natin, diba? Okay? So, that's all in this particular topic.